Hello guys, in this video we're going to have a look into some of my Telegram groups which are for paid members only, and we're going to look at some speaking assessments. So every few days I post a question and then my students give their responses and then I give them feedback on their responses, and they're all to do with the speaking exam. If you don't know who I am, I'm Cambridge English teacher Rory, or Cambridge Rory from studentlanguages.com. If you want to become a paid member of my website, you'll find a link below. Otherwise, you can just watch all of these YouTube videos that I make. And if you subscribe to my channel and you press the bell notification, then you'll be notified every time I make a new video, which could be really useful for you, especially if you're preparing for an English exam. Okay, enough from me. Let's have a listen to some of these group messages. Today's speaking part 1 question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years' time, I hope I will finish my bachelor degree in psychology and continue with master's degree. Also, I hope that I will make up my mind regarding the specific field in psychology that I want to explore. In addition to this, I also hope that in 5 years' time I will find some part-time job so I can be, let's say, more financially stable while doing my master's degree. Also, apart from those educational wishes, I hope I will keep up with my good habits, such as exercising, eating healthily, maybe even make some new friends and colleagues, and that's pretty much it.
Thank you for your response. Again, and I can actually see everybody's done this, you want to aim for about 20 to 30 seconds in your answer in the exam, so a little bit shorter. The content was also good, I thought, though. There were a couple of small things. For some reason in English, when we talk about bachelor's and master's degrees, we always say with an S at the end, bachelor's. I want to do a bachelor's in, or I want to do a master's in. It's a strange thing. I don't know why we do that, but that would make you sound more natural, I think. And also you said to find some part-time job. If you say some, obviously it's a plural, and so it'd be better to say a part-time job. I think you know that. It's just difficult to think of all these things and to say them correctly when you're speaking. But good effort, well done. And I hope this feedback was useful.
Hi everyone. In 5 years, I really want to become a real professional in the sphere that I've already chosen. I want to achieve such a level of financial independence to be able to support my family that live in Belarus now. Another vital thing for me is to continue searching for the answers to the questions that I have now about myself, the sense of life, and spiritual development in general. In 5 years, I hope to travel a lot and obtain first-hand information by meeting different people, observing their cultures and the way they live. I also hope to be helpful for people that really need me. I guess those are the most important things for me now, and in 5 years I will reach my goal. Thanks.
Thank you for your response. I found it quite interesting, actually, the content of what you were saying. The examiners don't really pay much attention to your ideas and what you're actually saying so much as the language content, but I found what you were saying quite interesting. If any of you guys ever want any help or any advice about traveling in different countries, feel free to ask me, because that's pretty much what I've been doing for the last few years of my life. But to get to more specifics on your answers, the language was generally quite good, I think. Nice use of the word vital and some other less common words like that. The only part which I was a bit confused with, or maybe that you would want to change, is I think towards the beginning you said you want to become a real professional in your field or in your sphere. What do you mean exactly by a real professional? So as you can hear, the students give me their responses, I give them some feedback, and then we carry on and normally have a bit more chat about their responses. But now I'm going to show you an example from a part 2 question that we did in the group.
I think students will learn differently in the next 20 years in the way that everything becomes more digital. I think there will be more online lectures, which we're also seeing now with the COVID crisis. So I think things will be more... it would be easier for me to study if I was able to do it online, or a big part of it online. Then you wouldn't miss as much. I also think it would change in a way that I think there will be less books. I would think there will be more books online, on an iPad or anything like that.
Thank you for your answer. I thought it was fine. I didn't see many problems with the language at all, so that's good. Rather than saying less books, it's correct to say fewer books. English people make this mistake all the time. If it's a countable noun and it's plural, but you want to say a lower number of them, then we say fewer rather than less. Less should be used with uncountable. The only thing I would say is it would probably be a good idea to mention which pictures you're talking about specifically. So, for example, the picture on the left or the picture in the middle. And I think that would make it more obvious to examiners and help them to see that you're specifically answering the question. So before you see an exercise like this with the pictures, this part 2 exercise, the examiner will say, here are 3 pictures. I'd like you to discuss 2 of the pictures and then they'll say the questions. And so when they say that, it should be obvious to you, or more obvious to you, that you need to mention specifically which pictures you're talking about, i.e. the picture on the left or the picture on the right. But yeah, good first attempt. And yeah, we've always got to watch out for that 1 minute clock, but that's why these practices will help you.
It is highly likely the students will learn in a different way in the next 20 years. As the third picture shows, probably students will have to adapt to a new technological advancement and to familiarize themselves with online platforms, to actually take online classes, examinations, and to switch from books in hard copies to e-books. Although the traditional way of learning has its own advantages, as this woman here depicts, such as you have your own space, you have no one will disturb you. I would say that online learning has much more advantages, and it will be more efficient as you will have a broader exposure to new information that are available constantly.
Good answer to the question. I think that you need to just be a bit careful of plurals. So I think you said at one point, and people need to get used to new technological advancement or something like that, when I think really you want to be talking about not a new advancement, but new technological advancements, because there'll probably be more than one. And I think you said something towards the end, like much more advantages, and you should say many more advantages. Other than that, though, again, I can see you're trying to answer the question, which is good, and I can see that you're answering the question while focusing on the pictures, so good. It's not easy, this task, so well done.